Alright, my beautiful, beautiful weirdos. So, I know I talk about PewDiePie a lot on this channel, but there's a reason for that. And the reason is, honestly, I know that there are a lot of other YouTubers that aren't getting the respect and the recognition they deserve too. But he's the one who's being villainized for shit taken out of context, and nobody will ever let it go. And it's like, hey, yeah, that happened years ago. Yep, nope, still want you to fucking die, bitch. It's like, why? Why are you like that, society? Why? You're still a this, and you're still... Shut the fuck up. And watch these two videos that I'm about to react to, because, hey, moron! This is the real PewDiePie, not the media. He's Hitler because we're stupid media. We just want views and clicks and likes of whatever people. It's literally, the Wall Street fucking Journal is literally no better than any other news outlet on the fucking internet. We don't care if it's true. All we care about is drama sells. Views, 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 views. And that's why they went after Felix. And it was all lies, 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 lies. So if you're still watching after me yelling at you, just watch this and see the Felix that I saw the second I first watched a video of his, and the Felix that I subscribe for, because I promise you, he's more than worth it. Alright, video 1.
Felix Schellberg has done a lot of incredible work for charity, both in raising awareness, raising funds, and donating his own money. Unfortunately, if you've only heard about him from the recent storm of headlines from big media outlets who are intentionally misleading their readers, you
Exactly.
think PewDiePie has always been a polarizing figure on YouTube, even before all of this recent nonsense. There's something special about a guy who can sit in front of his computer each day and reach many more engaged viewers than most mainstream media outlets could dream. If news channels were pulling the same kind of viewership as PewDiePie, they'd be over the moon. And he's doing it all by himself, alone in a room without thousands of staff members. That's why there's tons of coverage about PewDiePie's downfall lately, but only whispers about the countless positive things he has done.
Thank you.
It's not like outlets haven't covered his charitable contributions in the past, but the tone definitely changed once he started being more critical of the media and the way they have been covering him. The recent character assassination of PewDiePie begs the question: how does raising millions of dollars in cash for great charities measure up compared to making a few off-color jokes that were taken very out of context?
Thank you.
Apologizing for it and accepting the consequences.
Yeah.
Those things are aspects of the PewDiePie character. If you had a magic switch and you could rid the world of PewDiePie's jokes and his charitable contributions, you'd be a monster if you flipped it.
Thank you.
We want to tell the other side of the story, that there's more to PewDiePie than a few Nazi jokes that didn't land. By rounding up PewDiePie's great contributions in one place, maybe we can make life a little easier for the journalists, who have time to watch through over 3,000 videos but no time to point out any of the great work that they witnessed in the process of looking for anything even remotely offensive to try to take out of context to use against him.
Again, thank you.
Let's make something clear. PewDiePie made some unpleasant jokes. A few people were very offended. He had to suffer the consequences for that by losing deals with big corporations. That's fine. He admits it. And he even understands it. The thing is, he doesn't need these big companies. He built this himself. Just a guy at a computer. So he's not beholden to anyone. As long as he's following YouTube's policies, he doesn't have to answer to the man. That's a terrifying thought for media companies who have poured billions of dollars into trying to reach people and influence them. For this kid from Sweden to be able to reach many more. During the recent media storm around the hit piece on PewDiePie put together by 3 journalists, nobody really wanted to talk about PewDiePie as a whole. All they wanted to do was to circle the vultures around these short, out-of-context clips with very hyperbolic and misleading headlines.
Thank
as if their
you.
wild conspiracy theories about PewDiePie were actual facts. The journalists also failed to mention how PewDiePie was sorry for the jokes he made, how he didn't expect the 2 Indian guys would actually hold up the sign reading "Death to all Jews" and then say subscribe to Keemstar. And when they did, he actually felt bad about it.
Yeah,
When
he
Fiverr
did.
banned their accounts, he donated money so they could set up their own website, and also requested Fiverr to unban them as it was his fault and not theirs. Fiverr ended up unbanning both the accounts that were barred as a result of being used by PewDiePie to make distasteful jokes. None of these things matter, as it'll make PewDiePie look a lot less evil, and that would tell a story like portraying him as a big evil monster.
Right, and that is a drama, and drama sells.
Centuries-long dialogue about freedom of speech and what that really means. You're free to say what you want, but sometimes there will be consequences. He has raised and given millions of dollars to charity.
Yes.
Here's a look at some of the bigger campaigns he's funded, supported, or created.
He's literally saved lives with some of the charity work he's done. Literally saved
Over
lives.
3 years ago, he started a charity water
Like
campaign with
this-
the goal of raising $250,000.
This literally
He
saved
smashed
lives.
the goal along with his supporters, and they were able to collect $450,000 to bring water to people who desperately needed clean drinking water. Some of the communities that benefited from this campaign are the Gasaka community, the Gishore community, and the Gasa community, all from Rwanda. He has continued to raise awareness and money for charity water long after the initial campaign, helping more and more people in need.
Because this is the guy he actually is.
PewDiePie started an Indiegogo campaign to raise money for Save the Children and used his celebrity to offer up prizes in exchange for donations. For $25, you'd get a custom email from him. For $100, he'd give you a shout-out on Twitter. For $1,000, you'd get a signed pair of headphones. And for $50,000, he'd go and hang out at your corporate office for a day. And 2 of those were claimed. So he was able to give 2 days of his time in order to raise $100,000
Yeah.
for a charity he cares about.
Sounds pretty selfless to me.
Most recently, PewDiePie and some of his YouTuber friends raised $1.3 million for RED, an organization that fights AIDS. Together with Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and Emma Blackery, he hosted a live
And get the PJ.
that was split into 2 consecutive segments where the group exchanged gifts with one another in a rebel mode Secret Santa of sorts. The money raised from this charitable campaign was used to sustain the production of antiretroviral drugs in impoverished communities affected by HIV and AIDS.
And if that's not inspiring, I mean, come on.
He also participated in Apple's Games for Red program, where proceeds from his Tuber Simulator app were donated. PewDiePie detailed the facts and figures of the charity, mentioning that they hope to rid the world of AIDS by 2030. During the time the campaign took place, PewDiePie's game was especially painted red, and a superhero pack was also introduced, with the same hue appearing on all of the in-game characters' clothing and items. PewDiePie and many other top YouTubers teamed up with Ellen for a gaming charity with the goal of raising hundreds of thousands of dollars. The charity initiative was formed around the game Best Friends, and it implied forming 7 teams comprised of famous YouTube stars, including PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Sam Strippin, that will compete against each other. The money raised this way was used to help thousands of African children that were treated for malaria. In July 2016, PewDiePie's sub-network, Rebel Mode, launched an inaugural network-wide charity campaign named #RebelForGood, where throughout the whole month, prominent video creators hosted live gaming streams on Twitch in order to raise money for Crisis Text Line, a free 24/7 service that provides counseling to people with mental illnesses via text message.
As somebody who suffers from mental illness, depression, and whatnot, I can't thank him enough for that.
We can measure the money that's publicly visible in these crowdfunding campaigns and fundraisers, but we can't account for any private donations he may have made himself. Also, we can't account for the awareness and butterfly effects created every time someone sees one of the videos about charity and is inspired to be more giving. Even with those X factors out of the picture, we're looking at millions of dollars. We're talking about literally saving people's lives and giving
Exactly, he has actually saved lives.
giving clean water laughter to people who desperately need it, giving his time and energy to many great causes, versus a few bad jokes that were taken out of context by journalists with agendas to mislead and manipulate their readers.
Exactly.
Reporters from the same outlet that spent countless hours looking over his videos, contacting Disney and other companies he worked with to try to ruin his career, and publishing a very disingenuous hit piece, actually showed up, uninvited and unannounced, at PewDiePie's personal residence, offering him a platform to defend himself.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
He already has one of the biggest platforms on the planet to do that. If anything, he's the one who could offer them a platform to defend themselves and to try to earn back some modicum of trust and integrity. We hope you've enjoyed our video about PewDiePie's contributions to charity. If you did, please press that like button, as we do appreciate it and it helps us immensely. Now would also be a great time to encourage you to subscribe, because we upload new stuff all of the time.
Okay, that was the first video. Now the second video is a thank you video from an organization in India that helps save children that Felix recently raised a ton of money for. And this is that video. Just watch, okay?
Welcome, everybody! Today we're going to raise money for Crime, an amazing charity that changes kids' life in India.
He didn't have to do this, but he did it because he wanted to.
I'm so proud of you guys. We really showed today that this fan base can do something positive, something really cool.
This is a hero. Got it? This is a hero. Now you can argue this, you can argue that, blah, 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 when it comes to Felix. But if all you listen to is the media that wants you to drink the Kool-Aid and believe the lies they tell you, and completely neglect to acknowledge the actual person he is, then honestly, I don't hate you, because I'm not a hateful person, but I feel insanely sorry for you. And I do think you're a fucking idiot. Don't hate you, but you're a fucking idiot. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Think for yourself and see the real person that he is. Because the media doesn't have your best interest at heart. The media wants drama, drama sells, drama, drama. Okay, so we can take that, spin it, completely lie, and we'll make millions. And yes, they did. That's exactly what they did, and that's exactly what they continue to do when it comes to PewDiePie. And it's completely wrong, immoral, and they need to go fuck themselves. But do yourselves a favor. See the person behind the idiocy the media is showing you. That's all I ask. Peace.